My Spanish experience in Paris, France. Well, a big part of it is so there was about three different areas where technically the Spanish speakers always served. Um, one of them was in the place I was in. It was Saint Ouen. Another one was Brussels, Belgium, and then the other one, I don't know, I guess it tended to vary, but most of the time it was always Luxembourg as well. Those were technically the three, I guess you could say, Spanish areas in the mission. And I only served, I served in two of them. I never got to serve in Luxembourg. But I did most of my Spanish speaking when I was in Brussels. I was in Brussels with two different companions. I started off with one. He was just a regular French speaker, and then after he left, I got my Spanish companion, and it was interesting to be able to learn Spanish, just because of the fact that I knew French before I left on my mission. And it was very hard to learn Spanish, extremely hard, because I wasn't speaking it all the time. I would speak it very rarely, every once in a while here and there. And being that the Spanish speakers, they speak extremely fast for the most part. There's very few of them that speak slow. That you even if you know Spanish, or you came out of the MCC or anything like that, you had no idea what they were talking about, because they didn't have any gaps in their words. It's just like is a straight line, and there's nothing you could do to stop them. it was crazy. And so every once in a while, when I was with my first companion, I'd run into a Spanish speaker, and I'd just be like, "Hey," like in my broken Spanish, my NTC Spanish to say the least. I was just like, "Hey, like we're here to talk about this and this, and we're kind of here to help people come closer to Christ and help them understand the truth about why we're here on earth." And all of them are extremely nice. You will very rarely run into a Spanish speaker, especially in Brussels, that I guess you could say will just, how do you say it? I guess you could say would just shun you, because of the fact that all the ones that are there, they're all immigrants. They all know how rough life really is, and a lot of them are struggling to stay afloat over there as well. And so all of them, they're more than happy to talk to you. I never met anybody that was mean, even on the street. They would always stop to talk to us, always. Whether it's 5 minutes, no matter how busy they were, they would always stop and talk to us, for the most part. And then, I don't know, just learning. I feel like learning Spanish in a place where you don't speak it that often, you definitely have to discipline yourself, especially when you're blessed with a Spanish companion. And a lot of the time I had it in my head where there's no way I'm going to be able to learn it. Like, there's no way. I don't talk to anybody enough. I don't talk to nearly enough Spanish people to be able to get this language down. There's no way. So that was the thoughts that was going through my head a lot of the time. And then my companion, while I was up there, he helped me out a lot. He's just like, I guess you could say he helped me understand how prideful I was, because he was just like, "Man, if you need help with your Spanish, I can help you. Like, we can speak Spanish, we can set goals, we can do this, we can do that." And in my head, I'm just like, "No, man, like, don't worry about it. I'll do my language study. I'll do this, I'll do that. Like, we're good." Where in reality, I should have spoken with him a lot more often. I should have set goals with him specifically, because obviously he spoke Spanish fluently, and he knew Spanish, he learned Spanish, and then he came on his mission to learn French, and so he already had Spanish down, which was very ignorant on my part, where I denied his help. And it was a very interesting experience being able to teach such a humble people in such a prideful part of the world.